Hey everybody, welcome to Life with Annie. Okay, so I'm getting ready to cook supper, another quick and easy meal. I started not to cook tonight. It's been kind of a really busy day for me, and I thought maybe we'll just have leftovers, or I have a frozen pizza we could have, and I thought no, I'm gonna cook Matt a hot supper. So I've got a couple pieces of cube steak here, and I thought I would fry these up. I'm just gonna dredge them in a little bit of flour, and then I've got, Mama gave me some zucchini and squash that someone gave her, and she can't eat it all, so I'm gonna we can eat the heck out of zucchini and squash, so I'm just gonna cook it up on the stovetop with a little bit of butter and salt and pepper. And that's gonna be it. It's gonna be quick, easy, and delicious. So I see people are coming on. Hey Gwen. Hey Connie. So I'm just gonna start cutting up this zucchini and yellow squash because I've got a lot of it here. And I thought I would just do this with y'all. It makes it go by faster, and it's more fun this way. Hey Krista. Hey Hope. So let's see, how do I want to cut it tonight? Usually I do it in little rings. I should have gotten, I don't know if y'all follow Life with the Hurls, but Amanda had posted, it's been a while ago, these little knife sets that she had bought, and I got them in the mail. I ordered a couple sets of them, and I got them in the mail the other day, and I should have used those, but I'll use them next time. I forgot to get them out. It's just been one of those days. And I am going to go ahead and turn this on because Matt will be, he's still not left word yet, but I've got so much, it's going to need to kind of simmer slowly. So what are y'all cooking? What are y'all doing today? Well, I'm sorry, Suzanne. Just watch whatever you enjoy, and then you can just kind of click out of the others. All right. Let's see. Love the squash casserole. Yeah, squash casserole is really good. Thank you, Linda. Mount Prospect, Illinois. I've never heard of that. Welcome, Jean. So, yeah, this is all we're going to have tonight. Quick, easy, and tasty. It's really gorgeous day here, y'all. It's a little bit breezy, but I think we're going to have some temperatures that are going to get close to 80 over the next few days. So it's crazy that it's so warm here, but I'm loving it too. I had to run out today, and it was really nice out there. Really nice. Hey, Lynn. And Jennifer's in Canada. Hey, Carla. All right. Cold and rainy in Kentucky, Roxanne said. She's having chicken, broccoli, and I missed the last part. Sounds good, though. Susan loves the haul videos. Yeah, well, some people like certain things. If you don't like something, just don't watch. No big deal. We all have different tastes. I got my big pot out for this, and they'll cook down some, but there's still quite a bit here, y'all. I should probably go ahead and put some butter in there and get that going. Hey, Teresa. see. And Sandra is 82, Lou says. I'm not sure where you're from, Lou, but that sounds nice. All right, let me get some butter here and get this squash going. So is everybody out getting all their ingredients for Thanksgiving? Got everything you need? Don't wait till the day before. I did that one year, and I didn't need any. I needed one thing, and it's been several years ago. It's when we still had a BI-LO here, and I had just gotten off from work, and I needed, it was one thing. I can't even remember what it was, and so the store, the parking lot, it was packed. And I went in and the lines were just, oh, unbelievable. And so I got in line, and I think I might have had 2 or 3 things in my hand. And you caught me live, Rosemary, you sure did. So I'm standing in line, and I'm in far back. You know, of course, the lines, every register was open. Every register was lined to the hilt. People were everywhere. And I guess the manager was walking up in front of the registers, kind of checking things out. And she came up to me and she said, "You've only got a couple of things." So she just let me go ahead. It was so nice because I probably would still be there. So I was so grateful. So don't wait till the day before, because it's bad. And then you're lucky if they have the one item that you need. Someone told me, a friend of mine told me one time, she needed macaroni, just noodles, macaroni noodles. And there was not a single box in the store. So get it while they have it. My sister, I talked to her earlier, and she was frying her up some squash. And she was frying it like, I think she was going to dredge it in flour and make it thinner, salt and pepper. I love squash like that. I haven't made it like that in a long time. I remember Mama used to make it like that, and as soon as she would take some out of the skillet and put it on the paper towel to drain, we would be coming by, popping it in our mouth. It was so good. I need to make that for me one day. It's just a time consuming. You're just on your feet so long frying all those little squash up. And we only did that with yellow squash. We didn't know what zucchini was when we were kids. We never had that. That was fancy people food. But we did have yellow squash because my grandparents would grow it, so we knew what that was. I'm not going to go out and take care of the chickens today. I'm going to Robin, I'll answer that in just a minute. I think Omelet's water thing is needs to be filled, and it's kind of it's bulky, and it's hard for me to open. So I think Matt can go down and put some fresh water in there for her tonight. And check on the others, because those waterers are really heavy and hard for me to maneuver sometimes, so. But not Mighty Matt. He can handle it. So Robin was asking, how was the taco seasoning, the store brand that the manager gave us the other week? To be honest, I forgot, and I never noticed any difference. I mean, so I would say it's okay. So yeah, we ate it. We had little taco boats, and Matt's got enough of the taco meat left that he can take a taco salad, or if he wants to do another tortilla or something. But I can't say that, you know, it was bad, because I actually forgot to even think about it. So I guess I didn't notice, which is a good thing. And then someone, I forget who, asked about Sweet Lucy. Lucy's off her, well, no, she's taking her prednisone. She's kind of winding down on the prednisone. I'm not sure how many days she has left of that. She's off her antibiotic, And we're just giving her a pain pill every here and there. We don't know that she's in pain, but I assume she probably has some kind of pain. But she about bit my finger off today because I was giving them their little peanut butter cracker. And she chomped down so hard, she almost bit my finger off. I was like, okay, Lucy, that's my finger. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on these. I've got 2 more zucchini to cut up, which I'll do, but I want to get some salt and pepper on these here. Let me get behind I got to go through the forest to get to the salt and pepper. All right. Someone's in California. Who was that? Let me say. Was it Juanita? Linda says 76 here in Missouri. Good morning, Annie, from Melbourne, Australia. Good morning. What time in the morning is it there? We got a good bit of veggie here, so we need to give it a good bit of seasoning. All right, let's set that over there for now, in case I need more. Good evening from West Virginia. Hey, Anita and Natalie. All right, let me grab a thing here. We'll just kind of move this around a little bit. Maybe to add some more butter, because like I say, we got a lot of zucchini and yellow squash. But I love it. Matt loves it. I could just eat this for lunch. All right. Let's see. It's 5:15 a.m. in Western Australia. Well, I guess you're not going to eat this right now. Maybe some eggs. Oh, goodness. All right, let's get these last 2 here. Y'all are so far away. Pam is in Mississippi. Hey, Pam. If anyone's asking, I'm just cutting up some squash and zucchini, and we're going to have a side of cube steak to go with our main dish here. Thank you, Deborah. It's windy and warm in Covington, Tennessee, Nancy says. Hey, Stephanie. Well, I'm loving this warm weather. I'm not really, I have still some things I need to get done outside, and hopefully Matt and I can get some of that done over the next week and a half. So hopefully the weather will kind of cooperate with us. Just till we can get those things done. All right, last one. Hey, Donna in Portland, Oregon. Rosalie is in Pennsylvania. 43 in Chile in Connecticut. And Carol loves yellow squash. Yeah, it's chilly up there. Oh, wrong pot, wrong place. Hey, Mary in Birmingham, Alabama. Judy's in Arkansas. 44 and rainy in Indiana, Vicki said. Thank you, Sandy. Well, I know it will be delicious because it's one of our favorites. Dottie says, are you ready for Thanksgiving? I'm getting there. I've been working on it today. But yeah, it's gotten here quick, I will say that. Really quick. Hey, Marianne in Virginia. Hey, Angie in Georgia. Darlene's in Union, South Carolina. Not too far. Judy is saying good afternoon. Pendergrass, Georgia. That's where another Judy's from. Okay, let me give this another quick stir. So, Matt's going to be leaving work shortly. And I wanted this to kind of cook kind of slow. Get it nice and tender. I cook our vegetables pretty soft. Here in the South, we like our vegetables cooked. I'm not a fan of crunchy vegetables, never have been. Thank you, Margie. Hey, Kathy. You sure did catch me live. I'm trying to do more live videos. It's easier because trying to post sometimes can be really difficult. Sometimes it would take 2 days to get something to post. So, hey, Katie. Let's see. Patricia, I think, says, why so much for 2 people? Well, these cook down a good bit. We love them, number 1, or number 2, and number 3, we love leftovers. So Matt can make him a plate, and I would just eat a bowl of this for a lunch. I wouldn't eat anything else. It would be fine for me. Be around 79 tomorrow in my neck of the woods. I don't know who said that, but I didn't realize it. I knew it was going to be close to the 80s a few days. Hey, Ann in North Carolina. Love squash fixed anyway. Me too. Deb, I tried to do something earlier using my mic, and the video had no sound. I did the whole video, and then I went to rewatch it, and the sound was gone. It started with sound, and it just flipped off. So it's too hard to do videos and hope that the sound is working. So I'm just doing the best I can. Oh, thank you, Mary. It makes me feel good that you're watching me. I appreciate that. Let's see. Marianne loves squash. I love it too. So all I'm going to do with this cube steak is I'm just going to dredge it in a little bit of flour. Take that down to the chickens. So I've got some flour here. Now that wore me out. I need a little sip of tea. A sip of tea. A spot of tea. Jennifer's mom always put squash in her cornbread dressing. Well, I bet it was good. What kind of seasoning, Francis? I'm just putting salt and pepper and some butter, and that's it. And I'm just going to let this kind of saute up on the stove. I'll wait till Matt gets closer to getting home, and I'll just kind of pan fry these little cube steak. But I want to cut them up a little bit because get more crust on it. So I'm going to cut them in some smaller pieces. There's actually 2 cube steaks here, but we're going to make it more like 6. Girl math. Okay. Maggie May, I love your name. Is that your real name? I love it. Okay, I'm going to turn these up just a bit to get them going. I should be leaving work soon. How do I make my tea? Juanita wants to know. Well, I take 4 tea bags, and I use half decaf and half regular tea, 2 of each, and I put it in a 2 cup, or is it a 2 cup or a 4 cup? Let me see, hold on. The numbers have worn off. I want to say it's probably a 4 cup, and I put them in water, and I put them in the microwave for 6 minutes, and then I add 2 little tiny coffee teacups of sugar, not quite full. I'm kind of cutting back on the sugar, and that's it. And then I pour that tea that's steeped. I'll leave it in for 6 minutes, then I'll let it steep for a while. And I try to let it steep at least another 30 minutes. But I have left it steeping longer than that. And then I just add that sugar, and I pour the tea in, and then I add another thing of the cup I make the tea bags in. I fill it again with water and pour that in. And I love my tea. Hey, Viva in Utah. So let me get another little plate so I can put some flour on there. What are you doing, Lucy? Come over here and lay down on your pillow, girl. Y'all, the other day I was outside with Matt doing something, and we had been out there a little while, and so I came in. You're welcome, Juanita. When I came in, Lucy was hollering out, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took off running, and she somehow got herself, she went over to, was trying to go over to where Thunder was, where he sleeps. He's got a little place on a shelf that he just feels, he loves it over there. So we put him a little soft bed there, and he loves to get up there and sleep. And Matt has some exercise equipment down there too. And she had gotten kind of stuck between the exercise equipment and Thunder, so she was hollering out, so I had to go down there and help her get out, poor little thing. But since she's been on that medicine, I won't say that I've seen a vast improvement, but she seems to be more alert. She seems to be, I wouldn't say, she's a little bit more mobile, more mobile, whatever the word is. And her appetite hasn't changed. She still eats. I love tea with lemon too, Rose. But this thing's going to be when she's completely off all of this medicine and it's gotten out of her system, especially the prednisone, just see how... Kimberly had a dog named Buddy Jack Thunder. Oh, I like that name. Buddy Jack. Yeah, Thunder is named after Marshall University Thundering Herd. And when we got him, we were trying to think of a name, and I said, well, Matt, what about Thunder after the Thundering Herd? And he said, all right, that sounds good to him. So that's where he got his name. And then my daughter, Lucy, belonged to her, and she named her Lucy, so that's where she got her name. So, I've got a lid. Let me see if that lid is down here. Hold on, y'all. Where did I put the lid? Huh. I don't see the lid, y'all. probably in the dishwasher. Yep. Well, we're going to go without a lid then. All right. Karen makes the old-timey way. Boil all her water to make the tea with. Just can't get it straight out of the spigot, and then I can't see the rest of the comment. When I was growing up, Mama used to always put the tea bags in. She had this little silver pot, and that's the only thing she used that little pot for, was to cook tea. And she would put the tea bags in there and bring it to a boil on the stovetop. And my grandmother, I remember when she would make her coffee, she had a boiler pot, and she put water in it, and I remember seeing her just taking the coffee grounds and putting them into the water, and she brought it to a boil and she strained it, and then we would have those little fancy little coffee cups back in the day like they had back then, and she would put them on a little saucer, and what she would do was before she put the coffee, she would put sugar. She would go around in our places and put sugar, and she put a lot of sugar, and then she would take some milk and she would pour about up, most of the cup full of milk, and then she would top it off with a little coffee. We loved it. So it's just what you're raised on is what you end up liking. And back in those days, they made sweet tea with saccharin, and then that was a no-no. But back then, they didn't know. That's what you used. But those were the good old days. I used to talk to my granddaddy and say, "Granddaddy, tell me a story about the good old days," and he'd come up with something. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure. Okay, those are people that are watching. I don't like to call out people that are watching because, they may not want their names called out. If they did, they would probably comment. But I appreciate them watching. Hey, Jeanette. Is anybody traveling for Thanksgiving? Going any place? Natalie remembers her grandmother with the saccharin tablets. Yep. I can't remember how many. We used to have to count them out because that's how many we would always put in the tea. But I don't remember what the amount was. Did you ever eat sweetened coffee over bread or toast? No, never did have sweet coffee. Now we called it coffee gravy, but I guess it's red-eye gravy over molasses with salt, country ham, and we sopped it up with biscuits. Oh, onion would have been good in here. Oh well, next time. I'm too tired to cut up an onion right now. I've had a very busy day, and I'll probably have another busy day tomorrow. Trying to get things prepped for Thanksgiving. Someone was walking next door to their daughter's house. Stephanie's going to a dinner theater for Thanksgiving. Ooh, that sounds nice. Debbie's grandmother used to use saccharin in their tea. Oh, Margie's 71 years old and cooking for about 20 people, and she loves it. Well, I bet you're going to have some good food. And I'll bet those 20 people are going to love it, too. Thank you, Wilma. Well, here, let me give you some. There you go. Jetta's going to be at her apartment. Oh. See, Val goes to her family in Oklahoma for Thanksgiving. And let's see, Lynn goes to her granddaughter's house. Thank you, Kimberly. It is, Mary, I agree. Rose is going to North Carolina camping for Thanksgiving. Are you camping in a camper or a tent? Y'all, I've been watching some of those videos where these people go camping by themselves, girls and guys, and I'm like, what in the world is wrong with y'all? Oh, Margie's 81, not 71. Kimberly's daughter is cooking. They go out into the wilderness, these wooded areas. I just couldn't do that because it's just not, the world's not what it used to be. And you just don't know what might be lurking in those woods. But I don't like to be cold. I couldn't do it in a tent. Oh, thank you, Gail. Jean says the meal is going to be delicious. Hope we all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And you too, Jean. Thank you. Someone said they put 12 saccharin tablets. I know, Barbara, that's got to be hard. That's got to be hard. Well, my grandmother always cooked for like Christmas and Thanksgiving, and she lived about, what, 65 miles away. And back then, that seemed like you were going across the country. And we didn't always have the newest car. I remember one time we were driving to my grandparents for, I don't know if it was a holiday or what, and we just got off the main road, off the highway, and went up the exit ramp, and we got to the top of the exit ramp, and the hood flew open, and something sounded like a bomb went off. I don't know, something blew up under the hood. But, at least we made it to the town. I don't even remember what happened after that, but, oh, times were tough. But you do the best you can with what you've got. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Seema in Maine. Thank you, Cindy. Yep. I'm going to have to get this cube steak going here. I'm going to turn that up just a little bit more, and I'm going to turn this burner on because I need to get this stuff going, or Matt's going to be home. And he's going to, of course, he won't say anything. He won't complain. He'll know his supper's coming. Barbie, I'm just cooking some zucchini and some squash that Mama gave me. Someone gave it to her, and it was just more than she could eat. So I'm just cooking this up, and then I'm going to cook a couple of cube steak and call it dinner or supper. I call it supper. Y'all know back in the day, and you say things different. Like back in the day, we always call these eyes, not burners. But over time, I guess I've been around people who say burner all the time. So instead of saying eye, I say burner. So like put it on the back eye, put it on the front eye. Now they're burners. Now I forgot what I was going to tell y'all. Somebody said something I was going to... Let me get something to put some butter in this pan. And get a pan here for the steak. And I'm just going to cook this up in the pan with a little bit of butter. And I think I'm going to put some Lowry's seasoned salt on it. Oh, thank you, Penny. That is so nice. What's it about? Oh, supper and dinner. Thank you, Denise. Yes, we always called lunch dinner and supper. Your nighttime meal was supper and your lunch meal was dinner. So I wish I hadn't have changed, but I guess, you know, we were living in a small town then, and then we moved to the big city, and they said things different. But I still say hose pipe. I'll always say hose pipe, and I'll always say highway, and I'll always say highway department. People say the DMV is highway department. The interstate, it's a highway, you know, and a hose is a hose pipe. So Phyllis has always called them burners, and she calls it supper too. Cassie calls it supper. Janice is saying we can't get together for Thanksgiving until the next weekend, so they're going to have their dinner December 5th. Well, that gives you just longer to anticipate the fun and the food. I'm trying to yell, y'all. I know this. Oh, Josephine, your birthday's Thanksgiving Day. Happy birthday early. Hope you have a great day. I know you'll have great food. I'm trying to yell, y'all, because this is sizzling and my mic's out of commission. Okay. Can y'all even see this? You can see a little bit of it. I'm just going to give this a light dredge and put it down in this pan. Well, someone said it's something about a hose pipe. It is a hose, and it kind of is a pipe, so we just say hose pipe. We used to drink water out of that hose pipe too, and it was good water. I wouldn't do it now, but times have changed. Well, at least the house is going to smell good when Matt gets home. Well, I think it smells good. I don't usually make the cube steak with the flour, but it was just kind of after my day, I just thought Matt won't mind if I put a little bit of flour on it. So. Debbie's birthday is, her birthday is today on the 26th. Huh? Today's not the 26th, is it? But happy birthday whenever it is. Kimberly cooks her cube steak in olive oil. I used to fry it up in like vegetable oil, and then I made a bunch of changes with Matt's diet, so okay, let me get some Lowry's on this cube steak. It's just some cube steak. Where did I get my holiday TTTER? I don't know what that is. Jean was born on Thanksgiving. Always said Mama had a big turkey that day. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Matt's nickname was Turkey when he was born. His brothers used to call him Turkey. right, y'all. We're going to get off of here soon because she'll be here. Yeah, today's the 18th. Yeah, I didn't think it was the 26th. Y'all, we got over 500 people watching. Thank y'all so much. Where did I get my turkey? Are you talking about my turkey that we're going to have, my turkey breast that we're having for Thanksgiving, or my stuffed turkey called Tom? Elena's son was born on Thanksgiving Day, and she always said that was the only turkey that she had that day. Kathy has 2 daughters with birthdays on Thanksgiving, and they're not twins. Holiday tree. You talking about this one or this one? I've had that one a few years. I believe I got that one a long time ago. It might be like a Mr. Christmas tree from that brand. I've actually forgotten to get it out a few years. I put things away and then I forget about them. So I keep like a little calendar book, you know, the kind that fit in your purse. And I'll write like at the end of the year on that blank page at the back, you know, you put such and such here. Don't forget to put such and such out. And those kind of little notes to remind me. Like I remember, I bought this thing last year and I forgot to put it out. And the only reason I remembered it and I need to get it out is because an old video popped up and it was in the video. And I'm like, man, I forgot to put that out. I got to get that back out. So hopefully I'll try to remember to do that. Just like I need to remember to change the batteries out in our bedroom TV remote. For 2 weeks, it's been, every night I'll go to bed and I'll flip the channel and it'll say, remote batteries are low. So one night I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and try to turn the channel and it's going to be dead. So I got to try to remember to do that. Maybe I'll try to remember that tonight. We'll see. Do y'all just like getting on here and just kind of talking about like nothing? I hate to keep y'all on here. You know, we're just cooking simple country food is all I do. I don't do, you know, I do recipes, you know, around the holidays and things like that. And I try different things, but it's pretty simple here, pretty basic. So if you're looking for a smorgasbord and a 5-star meal, it's not going to happen here, although they taste 5 stars to me. I love what I cook, and Matt does, and that's all that matters. Okay, put that there. We'll season the other side. Yes, it's like talking with a friend. Thank you, Teresa. How are my chickens? Deborah, they're great. I went out yesterday and checked on them, and that's why I'm going to let Matt check tonight, because I think some of them need some water, and I can't carry those heavy waterers. But we haven't gotten any eggs in a little bit, but they're still molting. One of them, she looks bald almost. And they'll start laying again, but they probably won't lay a whole lot during the cold months. So I bought 2 dozen eggs, and I've used almost 1 of the dozen up. So Margie enjoys talking back and forth while I cook my delicious meal. Thank you. Yep. I enjoy that too when I watch. I don't watch people that really cook because I try to keep my page. I don't want to be influenced by anybody. I don't want to, you know, I want it all to be my ideas. So if someone does something similar, it's purely, and I do something, it's purely coincidence, because I try my hardest not to watch other people's pages like that. I like to watch a lot of things on YouTube, like people that are like building a homestead, things like that. some of the camping things, some of the, a little bit of the, on YouTube, there's a couple pages I like to watch where they do plants and stuff like that. Thank you, Patricia. Deborah needs eggs for Christmas baking. Yeah, that's why I had to buy eggs, because we haven't gotten eggs in about 3 weeks. So, but this happened last year too, but Rosalie's husband's birthday's the 26th. Well, happy birthday to him. Donna Mama's doing great. I just talked to her earlier this afternoon. I think this zucchini's about done. And these yellow squash. Couple zucchini that need to cook a little bit longer. But doesn't that look good, John? That's my kind of supper right there. Good eating. Put this over here in the trash. I got a little bag hanging here because I got to take some trash out tonight. Well, Barbara, go get you some. Go to the store and get you a couple of them, depending on how many you need, and just saute them up. It's just the easiest way. Just a little butter, a little salt and pepper, or whatever you like in yours. Some onion. Next time I do it, I need to put some onion. I didn't even think about that. Well, like I say, we like them kind of soft, so... Me too, Teresa. Let's see. Mary says it looks so good. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Judy. Well, y'all, I thought Matt, well, he's probably got another maybe 10 minutes to get here. So I think we're going to be eating here soon in just a little bit. I know one thing I need to do. I can do that real quick. Y'all know I like to make my little coffee cup the night before. There's that tea bag I was looking for today. I knew I had gotten it out. It fell in my coffee cup. So I like to make my little my little coffee cup. I'll go ahead and put the sugar and the creamer in, and then in the morning I come in here and I don't have to do anything but plug up that coffee percolator. And this is already done, because sometimes in the morning, y'all, I come dragging in here and I don't have to worry with that. So I usually do 2 or 3 cups. Oh, your Kroger hadn't had zucchini and squash in 2 weeks. What's wrong with them? You like the orange mug? Yeah, I try to switch out my mugs around different seasons or holidays. So I pulled out my yellow and y'all remember I bought these, so I put these on top. And then I just put them up in here. And then in the morning, I come down here and turn my percolator on, and then I have my coffee cup waiting for me. And then I take it in the living room, and I get under my heated blanket, and I watch whatever I want to watch. I've been watching a lot of Hallmark movies. Have y'all been watching the Hallmark movies? I used to not like them. 2 years ago, I was like, oh, please. And it was hard for me to adjust to them, because you watch the Hallmark movie and you're so programmed and raised on watching all kinds of crime movies and sci-fi stuff and thriller stuff. And I would watch these Hallmark movies and I would wait for something bad to happen, and nothing bad would happen. There wouldn't be any mean, bad people. And so it kind of it took me a long time to get used to that. So, but yeah, I love to watch them now. Some of them are better than others, but I really enjoy watching them. So I have been watching quite a few of those. And then there's a couple of channels on Dish that have like fireplaces going. One's like more of a modern one and one's a traditional. I like to put it on those channels. And I'll watch, you know, some of them have like, you can hear the crackling fire going. So yeah. Oh yeah, there's always one kiss and it's always at the end, and it's kind of funny. Remember when you were a kid and the kissing scenes would come on and you go, ugh. Well, there was one the other day and they had more than one little kiss and I'm like, ugh, get over it, go on. But yeah, it's nice to watch. I'm trying to get Mama to watch them. She will not watch them. She's like, oh, no, I'm not watching those. But it took me a while. My sister used to watch them. I have a t-shirt somewhere in my closet that says my Hallmark holiday or Christmas movie watching shirt. I think I got it at Biltmore House. No gravy, Beverly. But you know, it's so hard. I'll watch those Hallmark movies and every single inch of those houses or stores have a Christmas light or a Christmas tree or a Christmas ornament or something, and it's like, but my house doesn't look like that, and sometimes it makes it hard, you know. But anyway, they have some pretty sets, that's for sure. But Cheryl loves Hallmark. Well, obviously, Thunder likes Hallmark, too. Gwen loves all the oldies. Yeah, I like to watch the Griswold, what's that, Family Christmas Vacation. I like that one. I have to watch it once a year. Sometimes I'll watch the It's a Wonderful Life. I think Matt really likes that one. And then there's a couple, I can't remember the names of them, but there's a couple movies that come out that are pretty fun to watch. So I think everybody needs a little bit of holiday and Hallmark once in a while. All right, y'all, I think I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to make myself a plate when Matt gets here. He should be here. He usually rolls in around 5 o'clock. And by this clock, it's 4:59, so he should be rolling in here soon. Oh, is it Eleanor or Elena has a blanket that says her Hallmark movie watching blanket? Susan says, hey, Thunder. I love Christmas Vacation. That movie's funny. Cousin Eddie. I was telling Matt, y'all remember, was it last year or the year before, Matt and I bought these two hats, and they look like Cousin Eddie hats. And we went out and delivered some Christmas gifts in our Cousin Eddie hats. And I told him, I said, Matt, we need to find those hats so we can go out and do something in our Cousin Eddie hats. And we need to do it every year. He said he thinks he knows where his is. I don't have a clue where mine is. But we need to find it so we can do that. It's fun, making memories. The Holiday. I'm not sure if I've seen that one. Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. I don't think I've seen that. Hey, Lisa in Oklahoma. Carolyn, I'm in South Carolina. Upstate South Carolina. Arlene says, her kind of supper. Well, it's mine too. I'm going to slide y'all over and I'm going to get me a plate. Hold on one second. Move y'all over just a touch. Let's see, I don't think I need a big plate. I'm just going to eat, we'll just eat out of our blue pumpkin plates. Y'all, these little crunchies are the best. These are the best. I love these. Mmm. So good. All right. That better hurry up. See, all that cooked down to that. It's kind of like spinach. You grab a fork and a knife. And a piece of cube steak. Hey, from Texas, Mary. Okay, y'all, let me get off of here. Matt should be pulling in any minute, and he's going to walk into a yummy smelling house and a delicious supper. I want to thank y'all for joining me today. And, hey, Eileen, I hope y'all have a great supper, a great rest of your day, and I will see you again in the near future. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.